Hello everyone, my name is Joe Higgins and I'm the band director at Rowan University up in New Jersey, and I'm so excited to be conducting the Wind Ensemble, the All-District Wind Ensemble for Virginia District 10 this year. It's going to be an amazing event. We have a great program, and I wanted to take just a couple of minutes to speak to you about the pieces we're going to be playing and share with you a YouTube playlist with a bunch of great reference recordings. My hope is that you'll be able to listen to this music, and even before we sit down together and read for the first time, we can start building a bit of context for what each piece sounds like, what it's about, and maybe what you can expect. From my experience with these awesome 2-3 day events, if we have the opportunity to listen to the music a bit beforehand, it can really help make some musical magic happen in the first day. And it'll help us get that much closer to an amazing, really memorable concert. Plus, this is great music and you might enjoy listening to it. So the first piece on the program is Bach Fanfares by Jess Turner. Jess, who is a guy, even though his name's Jess, wrote this Bach Fanfares, and it's Bach, B-O-C-K, not Bach like Johann Sebastian Bach. Bach like Bach Fortress. In present-day Luxembourg City, there is this old fortress. It's been there since the 1st century AD, overlooking a rocky, craggy cliff. So you can imagine the music is inspired by medieval sounds, by Renaissance harmonies. In particular, the composer Gabrieli. That music is referenced quite a bit in the 2 climactic sections of this piece. It's a wonderful concert opener, and for us, a great chance to explore a little bit of music that sounds like Gabrieli. In the reference playlist, you have this recording, as well as one of my favorite works by Gabrieli, just for a little bit of context. And by the way, brass players, the Gabrieli album that Gabrieli recording comes from should be on your permanent playlists. Some amazing brass playing on that album. Okay, the second piece on the program is Song for Silent Voices by Wayne O'Quinn. This was originally a choral work, so I've included this band version being performed by the Sydney Conservatory with my teacher, John Lynch, and I've also included the original choral version called Alleluia. So this is a really beautiful, moving work. It was at first written in memory to a friend of his who had passed away, and then the band version was commissioned by a whole bunch of bands, and it was premiered by the high school wind ensemble from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. In the year after the tragic shooting down at that high school, their band, an excellent band, had been invited to perform at the Midwest International Band and Orchestra Clinic, and they premiered this piece there, the version of this piece that was written and dedicated to them. It was a really moving performance, and I've had the opportunity to conduct it a couple of times since hearing that premiere, and I'm really excited to share it with you. It starts with some beautiful solos in the woodwind instruments. Then there are some amazing horn lines, and it has a very impactful climax at the end. So I think we'll have a real special time putting this piece together. Definitely listen to that recording by the Sydney Conservatory. The next piece is the least traditional thing on the program. It's by Jody Blackshaw, amazing Australian composer and educator. It's called Letter from Sado. I'll have a lot more to say about this when we're there in person, but we're going to perform this piece, hopefully, we'll perform this piece standing and in the round, surrounding the audience, because there's some free time sections where you'll play unconducted, you'll play these different motives, and we're creating a soundscape, and it's really cool if the soundscape can be happening around the audience. So we'll see. Either way, it'll be cool. We'll try to throw in some interesting performance elements that make it really special. But this one's hard to explain or understand what it's going to be like until we're in the room. Just trust me that I've done this with college students. I've done this with 8th graders. Everyone has a really awesome time putting this thing together. And to try to do it in 2 days will be a great challenge. As you listen to the recording, it's a great video because you can see the score. So you'll see like weird pictorial stuff happening on the score. Don't stress out about it. Just kind of get a feel for what it's going to be looking like on your part. But it's in 4 sections. There's a stormy sea opening, and then it calms into more like normal conducted music, and you'll hear pentatonic melodies. And then there's a soundscape with a lot of sort of whisper sounds. And then at the end, it's the same stormy sea music from the beginning, but now calm. The piece is inspired by a haiku. Stormy sea stretching over Sado, heaven's river. So Sado is Sado Island off Japan. There are rocky shores, so that's where the stormy sea stuff is coming from. A history of ships that would crash into those rocky wharfs. And then there's a rich cultural history on Sado Island of taiko drumming. So you'll hear taiko sounds and the percussion. And at the end, Heaven's River is referring to the Milky Way. So it's as if the stormy seas have quieted and now we're looking up at the sky to the sea of stars. It's a really awesome experience putting together Letter from Sado. The biggest piece on the program, the longest piece, is the multi-movement collection of Candide Suite. So Leonard Bernstein wrote the opera Candide, and it was not particularly successful, and it's very rarely performed as an operetta, but the music lives on in orchestral overtures and in suites and as solo vocal repertoire for singers. It's got some amazing music in it. This suite of 5 movements, we may not play all of them. We'll select which ones make sense for our ensemble given the rehearsal time. We may play all of them, but go ahead and check out all 5 movements. And we'll talk more about the story in person. But you have different videos for each movement. And then after the movements, I've included 2 live performances where you can hear the song Glitter and Be Gay and the song Make Our Garden Grow with the vocalist singing, because the words and the character are really important in those 2. So we'll want to understand what the words would be if we had singers. Yep. And then last thing, this is an extra piece for the program if we have time. We've added on Bernstein's Mambo from West Side Story. So great piece. Lots of people will be really familiar with it. With this recent, very successful West Side Story version that came out, I thought this would be a fun way to end the concert. Though Candide Suite could be an awesome way to end the concert. We'll see. But you'll have the video here of the version that we're playing, as well as the video clip from the original musical movie, Mambo scene. And then I also found the audio recording from the new Spielberg version of West Side Story, that Mambo scene. And it's different audio, really exciting. So listen to that too. But I'm excited to put this one together with you as well. It's going to be a wonderful weekend. I cannot wait. Check out these reference recordings and come excited to dig in. When you're at an honor band in rehearsal, any moment in rehearsal could be the last time that you see that measure before the concert. That's just the nature of it. So be ready to soak up every possible minute of listening to your colleagues play, making music together, and having a whole ton of fun. I'm so excited these events are back and in person, and I look forward to meeting everybody very soon. Thank you.